Welcome to Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. I'm Madelyn, your tarot reader and energy healer. So great to have you here for the month of May 2021. This reading is for Aquarius. It's also for anyone that's been drawn to the title at any time that you find the reading. So I hope that this resonates for you. So let's take a look first at the Divine Animals Oracle, and we'll look at some of the messages coming out of those cards and read from the book. And then we will do a spread about the month of May. We'll have the motivation, external factors, internal factors, and the wisdom for you to follow. So the best route to take at this time. Okay, so let's start with the animal. So it's the hare and cycles. It's really cool. This came out today. This is Beltane. This is like a wonderful Beltane card. 31, the hare, and you can see all the fertility around her and the beautiful growth with her hair. And they really point to the cycles of life, the moon and whatnot. And this is actually Ostara, which is another one of the celebrations. But I'm thinking it goes along well with today as well. Okay, so let's take a look at 31. Aquarius. And she is so relaxed and beautiful, has these beautiful flowers. Very nice. Okay. Oh yes, let me get my glasses. It helps me read. Follow the cycles of nature, and you will be rarely disappointed as energy travels in cycles. Seek balance. There is a time and season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. And so this time in this, heading into the end of spring, heading towards summer, I'm heading into a new cycle. So Ostara, the goddess of spring, and her hare were walking at dawn on a crisp morning at the beginning of the season. The morning was very beautiful, yet still cold as the winter snows had begun to melt. So that's what this picture is Ostara with her hares going for a walk. As they walked, they came upon a small bird dying in the freezing but melting snow. Distressed at its condition, Ostara picked up the tiny soul and tried to revive and warm it, but its life was too far gone to save. Feeling love and pity for the creature, Ostara transformed the bird back into an egg, giving it a chance to be born again. She placed the egg upon the earth, and it hatched, and out came another hare, a mate for her companion, and the three of them continued on their journey. So that's kind of how the rabbits come out of the eggs. So let me take a look here. Okay, the hare has been part of the mythos of every culture in whose countries have made their home. Hares are very commonly linked with the lunar cycle. If you look up and see the shape of a hare on the moon, and in stories of fertility and love, the constellation Lepus is a hare. So the meaning behind the magic of the hare. The hare magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility cycle of women. For those who wish to achieve pregnancy, call in hair magic to help you conceive or balance your cycle. For those who are not interested in reproduction, hair magic can be used to quicken up the pace of outcome or to increase your connection with others' cycles. And I think one of the really cool things here that I was thinking about with creation, because this time as well, Beltane is all about creation. And so I think that creation and fertility are so much connected. And so that is a really cool thing to think about as well, is your creativity, the things that you're making, the outcomes that you're having will speed up when you connect with the energy of the hair. So Aquarius, you are being drawn to this time here in May. And let's take a look at these 4 cards: the motivation, the external influences, the obstacles, and the wisdom.
Hello.
Kids ran in and did pinch and a punch for the first of the month. That's what we always do for May, or for the first of the month. Today's the 1st of May. Okay, let's take a look at these. The motivation, the external forces, the internal forces, and the wisdom. And then the underneath of the deck is the Daughter of Cups. So I'm being drawn to, just really opening up your spirituality, dealing with your chakra, helping them to cleanse, and kind of like bring all of your chakra energies together, and bring together your heart and your mind. That's part of the chakras. It's kind of like the mind and the heart being brought together, and a lot of times that's with our voice, like through singing and speaking and those kind of things. So this month you are being called to more expression. Okay, so the motivation for you right now is to heal from something. So you have had something you're struggling with, and right now it's kind of on hold, and it's time for you to do some healing. I'm also being drawn to the shape of the moon, and like last night I went out there, and the moon definitely has a bite in it, and it's starting to get smaller again. And so during this time, continuing to let things shed off, shed away as this healing is happening. And then the external factors are success and victory in your life. So there are some things that you'll be doing, Aquarius, that you will really feel a sense of success. And it could have to do with this creation and creativity at this time. And I think so, because internally, to have the the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, kind of rushing into your life, grabbing onto those passions that you have, not worrying about the consequences. And so inside, you'll have a tendency maybe to, be too passionate and too forward with things. And it's saying, you know what, it's okay. The victory is there this month. It will happen. And make sure that you also take time to heal, and that you don't just spend all of your time moving forward in passion. And so that is the wisdom, is balancing. And so, what could be more balanced than the energy of the 4 legs on a table? The energy of the 4, very balanced, very structured, very controlled. And so finding the control that you need inside your heart is really going to help you with that motivation that you're having for this month of healing. And that healing is going to come through this, dealing with the chakras especially. So Kundalini and other types of meditation, really helping to connect. And also using your voice to connect your head and your heart. Okay, so I feel like that's really the message for you, Aquarius, for this time. And I want to see if there's anything else that they would like to say. Any other messages for Aquarius? Okay, so for some of you, there will be a tower moment, a breaking down of something pretty major in your life. And it'll lead to new inspiration and new opportunities. So it's not necessarily a totally bad thing. And yeah, it's definitely something with divine timing. Another one of there was a Daughter of Cups and here's the Son of Cups. So you're gonna, some of you will have a breakdown that has to do with romance and your emotions. So really spend that time in healing is really important for you, Aquarius, at this time. Okay, so let's take a look at Whispers of Love. What is the message for you? So for the Oracle card, we'll pick Whispers of Love. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So if you are focusing on things that aren't working or frustration, so as you're going through this time of healing, really connect with the energy of love. This card reminds me a lot of two things. One, of the Yggdrasil tree, and two, of the 10 of Cups, where the couple is standing there in this total happiness and love. So, really connecting with love is so important at this time and during this month. So I think that will help with that tower moment that you're having. Okay, so we're going to finish with a card from Abraham Hicks Wilmus. Every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. So the concept that Abraham Hicks brings out is the idea that the things that you're feeling help you to understand your thoughts. So I was talking about connecting your thoughts and your feelings. And so because my inner being offers a strong and steady vibrational signal, I can always feel my allowance or resistance to that signal. The better I feel, the more aligned I am. The worse I feel, the worse aligned I am. As I reach for a good feeling emotions, I am in alignment with the signal of my source. And so I definitely think this is true. I also think, as they talk about, there are times when we'll feel negative emotions and we need to feel those to help us know, that we aren't maybe where we want to be vibrationally, and we can move on and move up in our lives. So you are being drawn to the energy of the hair, to the cycles of the earth and of the moon and of the planet, and really see how those cycles are affecting you on a daily, monthly, and yearly type basis. Okay, Aquarius, thanks for coming to this reading for May 2021, and we will see you next month.